In this video, I've taken 3 questions from the chapter Polynomial class 10th. Now, in the first question, it says that if alpha and beta are the zeros of this polynomial, we need to find the value of m such that alpha plus beta whole square is equal to minus alpha plus beta whole square minus alpha beta is equal to 24. Now, if I write down the polynomial is y square plus 5y plus m. Now we can see that we have to get alpha plus beta, which is nothing but the sum of the zeros. So the alpha plus beta, that is the sum, is equal to sum of the zeros is minus b over a. So we can say that it is minus b. Now similarly, we can see that we also have to get the product of the zeros. As you can see, alpha beta is the product of the zeros, and alpha beta is equal to c by a. C is this by a, which is 1. So that is m over 1. Now, if we plug in these values of alpha and beta on the relation given here, we can clearly see that we have alpha plus, we have been given here that alpha plus beta whole square minus alpha beta is equal to 24. Now we are going to replace this alpha plus beta. Here alpha plus beta is minus 5. So I'm replacing this with minus 5. Similarly, I can replace alpha beta here as m is equal to 24. Now minus 5 square is 25 minus m is equal to 24. Since we have to get the value of m, I can transpose m to the other side and 24 to the left. So m will become positive on transposing and 24 will become minus. So 24 minus 25 minus 24, that is 1. So we can say that the value of m is, we got the value of m as 1. In the second part, it says if the zeros of the polynomial, this polynomial, are double the zeros of this another polynomial. That means we have two polynomials. The zeros of this polynomial is double the zeros of this polynomial. In that case, we have to get the value of p and q. So we can find the zeros of this polynomial. That means this is 2x squared minus 5x minus 3. Using middle term splitting, we can find the zeros. 3 into 2 is 6. From the factors of 6, we need to obtain minus 5. So it's clearly it is minus 2x minus 3x minus 3. So what I actually have done, I split this minus 5x as minus 3x minus 2x minus 3x. Now we can see that this 2 is common. 2x is common from the first two terms. So it's x minus 1 and minus 3 is common. I suppose, yeah, if I take, I think we have done the wrong factors. Let me take the other factors here. So 2 into 3 is 6. We need minus 5. So we'll be splitting it in other way. We'll be splitting this minus 5 as minus 6x plus 1x and then minus 3 copied. Now common from the first two term is 2x. So it's going to be x minus 3. Common from the last two term is 1. So again, it is x minus 3. So we got 2x. We got 2x minus, 2x plus 1 and x minus 3. Equating this with 0, like if I equate this with 0, I get x as minus 1 by 2. And if I equate this with 0, we get x is equal to 3. Now, it says that the zeros of this polynomial, we have the zeros of this polynomial as twice the zeros of this given polynomial. So we can say that the zeros of this polynomial, now I'm talking about the other polynomial, and the other polynomial here is, so p is minus 5 and q is minus 6. Now final and the last part, it says if alpha and beta are the zeros of this quadratic polynomial, the polynomial is this. Moreover, it is given that alpha minus beta is 1. We have to get the value of m. So if I write down the polynomial is x square minus 5x plus m. Now what we know that sum of the zeros of this polynomial, that is alpha plus beta, is equal to minus b by 1, right? So it's minus of minus 5 is 5 by 1 is 5 only. So this is equation 1. Further, we know the value of alpha minus beta. So alpha minus beta is given as 1. So this is equation 2. Now, what in case if we add these two equations? If I add these two equations, as you can see here, so on adding these two equations, we can say alpha plus alpha will give you 2 alpha, 2 alpha. So this is alpha plus alpha, that is 2 alpha. So if I add alpha plus alpha, clearly alpha plus alpha is 2 alpha. And if I add these two, beta and minus beta get cancelled. So we get 5 plus 2 is equal to 6. So once again, this is alpha plus alpha is 2 alpha. And beta minus beta get cancelled. So 5 plus 1, that is 6 on the right-hand side. Now we can say here that on transposing 2 to the other side, it is 6 divided by 2, that is equal to 3. So we got the value of alpha. Now from this equation, if I plug in the value of alpha as 3 and beta copied, this is 5. Now clearly beta is equal to 5 minus 3, that is equal to 2. So we got beta as 2. Once we got the value of alpha and beta, let's say we have to find m. M is what? The product of the zeros. So in case if we get the product of the zeros, so product of the zeros is product of the zeros, that is alpha into beta, is equal to C by A, right? And as you can see in this question, C is M. So that is M over 1. So M over 1 is M only. Now I'm going to replace this alpha and beta with the value. The alpha is 3 here and beta is 2. So that is 3 into 2, which is equal to 6. So M is equal to 6. That should be the final answer, as we have to get the value of M. So once more, we can review this question. So first of all, we have obtained alpha plus beta using minus b by a. So we got 5 here. And then value of alpha minus beta was given. When we added these two equations, we got alpha plus alpha 2 alpha. Beta and minus beta get cancelled. 5 plus 2, 5 plus 1 is 6. On transposing 2 to the other side, we got alpha as 3. Now, but we replace the value of alpha in the first equation with 3, and that gives the value of beta as 2. Now, since we have to obtain the value of m in this case, m is, so we can say that product of the zeros, that is alpha into beta, is equal to C by A. C is m, m by 1 here. So this is 3 into 2 is 6, as alpha value is 3 and beta is 2. So we got m is equal to 6.